Shake you a little bit. Well, everyone, welcome to Freedom Surf. I'm going to speak later, so I'll tell you all about what Freedom's all about. But just want to let you know is that little brown building with the flag down there, that's where you can go if you need to go
And it's the
to
fanciest
washroom.
house you'll ever see.
We've had visitors already, says it's a great spot, right? So, you know, just, yeah, it's there for the being. If the guys want to find somewhere different, that's fine with us as well. So, Wally's got a full schedule. We're going to serve food here. We're going to have pulled pork, baked beans, and coleslaw. John, my buddy John in the red. I love the red, right? We wear a lot of red around here. And I love to see this red. Of course, I got a red truck as well. So, John's going to cook pancakes for dessert. Pancakes, warm meat.
I'm going to call on Bob Rowe to give a few comments in regards to Freedom Surf.
And now I know why they call him the vicar. What do you say, right? Isn't it great to be a Canadian? Look at us today, all dressed in red here, great turnout. I love being a Canadian. The people that are here that help put this on are volunteers, and they are also great Canadians. We're on a part of this group was in a few years back, and I don't know whether he's here or not, but somebody gave me this jersey, and I went to my closet this morning and put it on. I got a dehydration closet because it didn't fit this morning. So I'm going to start dehydrating stuff in there because it's a lot less than what it was when I put it in there. We're on a fourth generation McGavin farm. J.J. McGavin, Gordon McGavin. Neil McGavin, third generation, sitting back there with that hat on. He's third generation. Shannon and Jeff are standing in the door, Jim. They're the fourth generation on this farm. We've been fortunate enough to be allowed as volunteers to tap the sugar bush, and there's a 23-acre hardwood bush here. We started out with a little idea, Neil and I, that we were just going to maybe put a 12 by 14 little lean-to up and put the little soft flat pans in and just make a bit of surf for fun. Well, boys are boys. Here's what you get, right? So we started making surf. We poured the floor in the shack in 08. We built it in 09, and in 2010 we started making some surf. We realized quickly that we were making way too much more than we give away to family and friends for free. So we said, okay, what are we going to do with this syrup? I wore red on Friday for years, for troops deployed. I thought, well, maybe we can do more for the troops. So I got a hold of Families of Fallen Soldiers was our first fund that we approached. And it was for families from the guys and gals involved. And we were welcomed with open arms. The first year that we sent syrup or money, we made, I think, 80 gallons or something. We sent $1,350 the first year in. Every year since that. We had CTV in here. Scott Miller come in and did a piece of us on here, which brought us a lot of publicity. You have to appreciate the amount of traffic that goes in and out of this driveway. Shannon must have times wondered, like, what the hell's going on in the bush? We got guys coming and going. The other day we repackaged some syrup, and that's the freedom that we have. So when we made too much syrup, we started out at $13.50, and to date, we're about $252,000 we've given to. Now a lot of that goes to support the troops fund. I'm in very good contact with Madison McDonald. Her and I are on pretty well first name basis, but I can't remember her first name. But anyway, if you look at your syrup, the ribbon that's on the syrup, you guys are all familiar with that ribbon. That ribbon, yellow ribbon, we have the honor of having the official yellow ribbon that we sign a document with support the troops, and we're allowed to use that. We're pretty proud of that because people like the Toronto Alumni Club, I guess that's something Alumni Club, most of those guys are on the Alumni Club. They want to stand the cup in 1967. So anyway, that's we're pretty proud of that. We have about 1,100 taps in the bush, and we do some pails in the spring, so we come up around 1,300, 1,400 taps. Record year this year, 252 gallons of syrup, and you're going to get a sample of some pretty nice syrup. That's a dark syrup that you got in there, F1 and F2 batches. I know that a lot of people have been in and have purchased some. You guys did remember it's Father's Day next weekend, that you might want to get one for him. He'd really appreciate that. You know, if you took one home for him, it's a hell of an idea. I'm telling you, I'm just planting it there. What do you say? Other than that, I'm not gonna go through the whole process of how we make syrup here. Most of you know how to make maple syrup. I'll take any questions that you have. It's probably better if you want to find out something, ask me, and I can normally tell you. So, yes, sir.
How about you visualize how much 250 gallons is? How many barns do 250 gallons need?
250 gallons is like equivalent, like about it's 1,200 liters or so. That's kind of like what it would be. We package in 1 liter and 500 ml, which you see in there. So we boil about 18 days in the spring. So you tap the bush, we tap the mark. We roll all of our lines up. All of our lines are sitting back on the side here because we feel it's better to get them out of the bush for cosmetic look. Not only that, but the deer run through them, the squirrels like to eat it. The lines, even though there's isopropyl alcohol in here, we got drunk squirrels. And then we put the lids up. When we tap, the day we tap, the lids go up. Normally they come down May 2-4. I left them up because you're going to get the opportunity. I'd like you that when we're done the ceremony to go over, take the lid off the wall. I'm going to have volunteers over there to hand them and take them off the wall today. So it's a pretty special thing to put the lids up in the spring. I tell you, I get pretty emotional about putting them up and taking them down, right? To see all those 158 men and women that gave their life, and we're not sure for why. So pretty emotional. Sapless. I said I want a Canadian flag look like it's in the breeze, and in memory of every man and woman on that wall. The day we did it, He turned to me and I said, "How much, Phil?" He said, with tears in his eyes, "Absolutely nothing, Bob." At that point, it was 118 names. So every year we've had to add as we go along. We keep going back. The labels that are on those bottles, and they're high-end vinyl labels, front and back. He's donated those for 17 years. So that's a great tribute to Freedom Surf. So why do we call it Freedom Surf? We're going to give it away for free. So why not call it Freedom Surf? Right?
Not grow old. As we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. But at the going down of the sun and in the morning, we shall remember them. We shall remember them.
Thank you, Norm. We will now proceed to the laying of the wreaths. We're going to start with the Ortona wreath. We need Wally and Tim, please. And we will follow that with the Canadian Army Veterans wreath. Now have the Silver Cross wreath laying. Cheryl Fleury is going to lead Angela, Cameron Jolie, Bill Jolie, accompanied by Rowan and Max. We're here today to remember Brett Cameron, a son, a friend, and a young man who carried a dream of flight. These are never easy for us. Long before he ever set foot at the Royal Military College, Brett began his journey as an air cadet here in London, pursuing an early passion of flight, and he was also a graduate of the local choir school, where music was a critical part of his life. Brett carried that passion forward when he started his studies at RMC in 2014, working toward his dream of becoming a pilot. He was only 20. For Angela and Bill, the years since have been marked by grief, but also by a determination to make sure Brett's service and sacrifice were recognized and remembered. That recognition came when the family received the Sacrifice Medal and the Memorial Cross in his honor, a formal acknowledgement of what Brett gave and what his family has carried. Today isn't just about how Brett's life ended. It's about who he was, a young musician, a cadet with a dream, a son who is deeply loved, a deeply missed, who we hold his memory and we hold his family in our hearts. Thank you. On behalf of the CAV, I have the privilege and the honor of basically presenting you our crest from all our members from coast to coast. It's our Silver Cross, which we distinguish to all Silver Cross families, and for you guys to understand that we are here now and forever for the support that you ever will need. Thank you.
I was gonna come and get you.
I guess this unit had ties with Freedom Syrup a while ago, and they deteriorated somehow. We're back. We're back. We want to, we want to spend time here. We want to come back yearly if we can, if you'll have us. We want our ties with Freedom Syrup to be good and solid because we appreciate what they do. And in that sense, what happened was Cheryl mentioned it to me, and we researched it. And between Cheryl and Vaughn and myself, we attacked the heck out of it. I'll say heck. And we want, like I say, we want to make this a big regular thing. We have Alan came up from I don't know where he is. He's gone now. Oh, there he is over there. From the Gulf Kuwait unit, another unit of the 1st Cav. Gavin is our formation, our 1st Cav formation president. He came all the way from Timbuktu to get here. Left at 6:30 this morning to get here. We have Greg Palmer out there from the United Nations group. We invited other groups. We had kind of short notice, and people had already made their plans. We hope to get this in the works early next year so that we can double our size here. We had the UN NATO bike group and the Northwell Riders bike group that were interested, but like I say, couldn't make it because of other commitments. Anyways, having said that, we appreciate what Bob and his crew have done up here, and we'd like to make a little presentation. We're making a donation of $200 from Ortona. And just so they don't forget us, we made a little plaque. And this has got their logo on it, our logo on it. And it says, in appreciation of your continued support of those who serve, those who have served, and those who have sacrificed, and their families.
I stood there in awe, as I often do before I speak about something, inside the sugar shack, and I look up at a sign on the wall and it says, "And into the bush I go, to lose my mind and find my soul." If you would please stand if you are able and join in.
Go ahead.